Sometimes, life produces the kinds of situations that no Hollywood scriptwriter could ever dream up. Comical, ambiguous, unpredictable, tragic. Life is such a multifaceted thing. These 10 short stories will make you believe that there's always room for love, kindness, and a miracle. Frankly speaking, the last 2 stories hit me right in the heart.
My grandma called yesterday, asking if I could look for Grandpa. He went somewhere and hadn't come back yet. I said I would do that, and I looked at Grandpa, who was wood-burning Grandma's portrait at my place. They're celebrating a 50th wedding anniversary next Thursday.
I was meeting my boyfriend's parents. We were having dinner and my hands were shaking with anxiety. Of course, when I tried to take some salad from the bowl, I dropped it all on the table. I thought, okay, here we go. Then my boyfriend thrust his fork into my little mess of a salad and started eating it. I think I'll marry him.
I was seized by appendicitis, and an ambulance was called. We were racing along. I had a terrible pain, and I was with my girlfriend and a doctor. Suddenly, I understood that something was missing. Can you turn the siren on? This is my first time in an ambulance, and I've always dreamed of having the siren on. The doctor said that the siren was broken. As I lay back in the stretcher, upset, I heard both my girlfriend and the doctor begin to make a noise like a siren. They kept it up all the way to the hospital.
I woke up from someone breathing close to my ear. I opened my eyes to see the cutest Labrador puppy I have ever seen. My parents had remembered my dream from 20 years ago, when I was still a kid. At that time, they couldn't get a dog because of the small size of our apartment and our neighbors. Now that I live alone in a large apartment, they decided to get me a special present.
I was coloring a picture at the dinner table before going to bed. So as not to forget the idea, I sorted all the pencils in a certain order, filling the whole table with them. My husband was making breakfast in the morning when I rushed in screaming, "Oh gosh, I overslept!" Then I saw there were no pencils on the table anymore. I was upset, but not too much. It was my fault after all. I went into the bedroom and saw my pencils all on my work desk. My husband laid them out for me in that same order. All 50 of them.
I study 100 miles away from my parents. One day I fell sick with a high fever. My dad came to drive me from the uni to the campus. He had to drive 2 hours and then back again so I wouldn't have to wait for the bus and ride it for 20 minutes. He also brought me Mom's broth and honey. Well, there are no words to explain how much I love them. And I'll love them till my last breath.
Looking straight at me, my dearly loved husband says, "So much fat and yet so delicious." After a minute of being completely nonplussed, I realize he is eating smoked fish. He only just escaped a slow and painful death.
She was my first love, and we were madly in love. However, I was too young for serious relationships and chose career over love. Now, I'm 30. Recently, I met her in a shopping center. She's now happily married and has a son. We sat in a cafe for 4 hours talking about everything. We both confessed we had had the best time of our lives together. Well, I came home and simply burst into tears. How stupid I was to exchange the love of my life for all this. Don't let your people go.
Yesterday, I chose the wrong number and accidentally sent my dad a message saying, "I love you," which was meant for my husband. A few minutes later, I got a reply, "I love you too, Dad." I almost cried. We say things like that to each other so rarely.
Last week, I saw a girl who looked about 8 years old. She was talking to a dog, petting it and smiling. Her parents were standing to one side. Holding her by the hand, they were watching her. It was clear from their faces that they were happy. I later learned that the girl had autism, and that was the first time her parents heard her talk using full sentences.